Flop Soup, a podcast about pop culture and flop culture. I'm Cassandra, and Justin is once again on a work trip, so I'm here with returning guest host, Sam Stokes. Sam, let me ask you, how are you flopping this week?
Cassandra, thank you so much for having me. I am flopping this week because I am in my McDonald's era. This has been going on since August. I don't have a car. Well, yes. So there is truly no reason for me to usually be near a McDonald's, have a way to get to a McDonald's. So usually like the temptation is like it's not even on my mind, you know? It's
You're
not
not
a
even like
thing.
you don't really walk past it even. Like it's just like
No.
it exists kind of in the cloud in a way.
Yeah, but then in August, I went to Las Vegas. I took the world's most boring trip to Las Vegas for a work conference, and I got a migraine. And I was laying in my hotel, like Googling like migraine fixes, and one of them was like, when I get a migraine, I get a McDonald's. I get a McDonald's fries, chicken nuggets, and Diet Coke. And I said, well, I'm down with that.
You said, well, that sounds like medicine. Let's get into it.
And it was 114 degrees in Vegas, and I was there by myself in a hotel. So I said, yeah, this is actually the perfect set of conditions for me to order McDonald's. So I door dashed McDonald's to my hotel. And ever since then, I've been caught in this web of door dashing McDonald's every now and then, usually just when I get a migraine, but sometimes just for the hell of it.
Okay. And just to be clear, you are still getting migraines.
Oh, yeah, all the time,
Okay.
like once or twice a month.
Okay, totally. And do you feel like the frequency has increased since you started ordering McDonald's?
No, it's been
Okay.
steady.
Okay, it's been steady. So the McDonald's are just not affecting. It's or is
It's
it do you feel that it cures? Do you feel that it cures?
Cassandra, you're gonna call me fake for this, but yeah, I think it does. It makes,
Okay, I mean this is like
regardless of
you're
cure, it makes me feel better.
okay, noted.
Um,
Everybody, you heard? Okay.
yeah, but it's relevant to me right now this week because McDonald's recently came out with the Grinch meal.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
It is like a Happy Meal, but it's for adults. It comes in a beautiful box, and it comes with, it's your choice of Big Mac or 10-piece chicken nuggets. And then it comes with fries and Grinch salt.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
Grinch, and tell me more about Grinch salt.
It's
Are we doing an ad for McDonald's right now? Tell me more.
We are not doing an ad for McDonald's. I wish I was getting paid by McDonald's. I would be doing this for free McDonald's if I could.
Once again, you heard McDonald's.
Okay, Grinch salt, dill pickle seasoning. It comes with a shaker bag. You put the fries in the shaker bag, you sprinkle the salt in it, and then you shake the fries, and it's really fun.
Oh my God. Okay.
I didn't do the
Wow.
shaking aspect. I just tried some of the salt and I said, I get it, but it's not for me. If you've ever had dill pickle seasoning, you kind of get like what the vibe is there.
Yeah. I
But
have had the chips, so yeah.
exactly. The big thing with the Grinch meal is that it comes with Grinch socks.
So delicious.
I got the
Screaming
red ones
right.
and I wore them to your house.
It's true. I saw them.
You've seen them.
Did you guys, can you believe the acting job I did for that? I didn't know about the Grinch salt shaker situation, actually. That
But
was
you knew
not shared with me. I did see the socks. They're beautiful. They have Cindy Lou Who on them. I don't like to shill for capitalism, but they are genius. It's like everybody does want free socks with their DoorDash McDonald's, I think.
Hi, Diva. I'm feeling this one.
And I'm just going to say I apologize in advance, Flop Soup and all of your listeners. I do unintentionally shill for capitalism at least 5 times a day. I've influenced like a significant number of my friends to go try the Grinch meal. I believe I've influenced one of their families to go try the Grinch meal by
Wow.
proxy.
You're literally a Grinch meal influencer.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And you know what? It's very flop soup coded, I think, to be a Grinch meal influencer. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I'm feeling good about it.
Okay, so you're door dashing. Is that getting expensive?
Well, no comment, but this also brings me into my sub flop, which is I'm actually banned from DoorDash now. So this is technically Grubhubbing the McDonald's.
No. Another flop soup coded sentence. I'm Grubhubbing the Grinch meal from McDonald's. So
Because I was banned from DoorDash.
And how did you get banned from DoorDash? Tell me more. Were you like rude to a delivery person? You said I need my Grinch meal so bad.
So when you sign up for a new DoorDash account, they give you deals on deals. It's something crazy. I won't say the deal because I don't want to shill for DoorDash, the platform that banned me.
That banned you. We are against DoorDash.
The platform that banned me for doing something wrong that was against their terms of service. But I wanted the deals, so I was signing up for new accounts and using fake email addresses and phone numbers. And they became wise and they said, we're actually not letting you sign up for DoorDash anymore.
This is the 100th sign up with this address, so I don't think you're real.
I think it's payment method, because that's the thing where it's like, how many of those do you really have at your fingertips?
You got to get into the I have 10 credit cards train. I think you could commit a lot more DoorDash fraud that way.
You want me
That's me chilling for capitalism.
You want me to go into DoorDash debt?
Yeah, I'm like, get into DoorDash debt.
Yeah.
You need all the socks. How many Grinch meal socks do you have?
So I only have the one red pair, but they also have yellow, blue, and green. And the different colors also do have like different
characters.
They have different characters. They say different things on the bottom. My socks say property of the Grinch on the bottom, but I know for a fact that some of the other socks say these socks stink and stuff like that.
Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. Property of the Grinch. Samantha Stokes. You heard it here first.
That's right.
Okay. Wow. I've learned so much about the Grinch meal.
I feel like a weight has been lifted from my chest.
You're like, I came here to confess.
Yeah. I feel better.
Fabulous.
So, Cassandra, how are you flopping this week?
Oh my gosh, Sam, thank you so much for asking. Really kind of in the weeds flop for me, but it really was a moment. Do you know what the Modern Love column is? Like the New York Times Modern Love?
They made a TV show from it.
They did make a TV show from it. It has been around since 2004. It's like corny. I feel like when I was in college, I thought that the Modern Love column was like the most profound thing that had ever happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you remember this one, but there was one like from 15, where this girl wrote about a situationship she had with a guy from her high school. And I was like, this is like my life. Like, she gets it. Like, oh my God. Like, I used to be really, really obsessed with that. I would like read it every week, whatever. Now I kind of only read it as a joke or like when the headlines really piss me off. So this week I clicked on one that was like about, I had a happy marriage, but then I decided to get divorced. I read the whole article. It's like kind of fine. It's like, I never really thought marriage was for me, but then, I found this person who was really special to me. But then after a period of time, like it just wasn't working anymore. And neither of us had the enthusiasm to make it work. So we decided that we wanted to get divorced. But then like 2 paragraphs later, she was like, but actually we didn't get real divorced. We got like amicably separated because financially divorce didn't make any sense for us. But we have like boyfriends, girlfriends, we live our lives separately. It's all amiable. And I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. You don't get to write a column that says I got divorced if you didn't actually get divorced. So I'm upset. I'm like telling people about this. I'm like, isn't that such bullshit? Fast forward 2 more days, and I'm just like scrolling Twitter like the monkey that I am, and I see somebody has quote tweeted the headline and been like, hey, I think if you invented the Modern Love column and then you get divorced, you should have to say it in your column with this column about the people who got fake divorced. So I got like double time because I read the column, I got mad about the column, and then it turns out that the column is about the actual people who started Modern Love, the couple in 2004 getting divorced. So I'm delivering the news to you that the people who started the Modern Love column are now divorced, but they're not even legally divorced. They're like amicably separated and like espousing bullshit about that. And I'm just like, I feel like it's so floppy that I'm just so caught up in this.
Well, yes. Cassandra, you've rendered me speechless. All I really have to say is they stayed together for the column.
Maybe I think that could be true, but then they even give it up. It's like, just stay in hiding if that's the case, as people who are supposedly married. I can't handle when people claim that they're separated, divorced, whatever, but then it's like really like they're still doing this like economic thing of like, we can't be actually divorced. I'm like, well, then you don't get to claim it. Like, you need the financial mess.
What you're describing here, like the term separated is right there for not legally divorced, but financially still that's separated.
Right, you're separated, but in the headline is the word divorce, and it's like
that's where it's like, come on, guys, stay on message.
Stay on message, and also like stolen valor.
Stolen valor.
You didn't get divorced. You didn't hire the Laura Dern type. Like, you're just it didn't happen to you. You said you go to the cabin at this time, and I'll be at the Manhattan apartment at this time. Like, that's all you did.
You know who should write something for modern love?
Who?
Lily Allen.
Lily Allen. I would love if she did that.
I've been trying to be open. I just want to meet your needs, and for some reason I prefer to people pleasing. I'll be your non-monogamy. I'm just trying to be open.
So is she writing modern love like it's always her?
No, they like
Okay.
edit people. They're like, and they do the podcast, I think. Like, but they're like in charge of it. Like, they run it. But
Can you tell that I'm hanging on by a thread trying to understand what this is?
They run it. They're in charge. They read all the submissions. You know, people submit, like, they write essays and then they submit. So it's like they're like reading through that and editing that and like deciding what is modern love or not modern love.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
And they're divorced. That's what I'm announcing. They're divorced, but they're actually just separated. And I care a lot about that. And I think that's floppy.
Well, I support it fully.
You support their separation fully.
No, I support you being really invested in this.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So those are our flops this week. I'll take a second to say subscribe to Patreon.
Can I say I'm a proud Patreon subscriber? So if I can do it, you should do it.
That's right. That's right. We take
whoever listening.
We take fraudulent DoorDash information at patreon.com. Okay, before we get into quick flops, I do actually have a quick flop correction I wanted to address. This is from, I think, 2 episodes ago where we reported on a woman named Rachel Lynn Matthews dressing up as Katy Perry on the Blue Origin spaceflight for Halloween was photographed with Orlando Bloom and wrote a caption that said, "Gonna tell my kids about this one day." And everybody was like, "Oh, because you're like dating?" And then it turns out they are not dating. She just happened to run into him. Why you would ever try to tell your kids that story is beyond me. It kind of feels like Sam trying to understand what I just told her about the Modern Love column, where it's kind of like, okay, grandma, let's get you to bed. Does not make any sense, but they're actually not dating at all, which at the time we didn't know that information. She's dating a guy named Will Irwin. After the post went viral, was all like, "No, this is my real boyfriend" on her Instagram stories. And I needed to let everybody know that I was kind of like, so who the fuck is this lady? And it turns out she runs a production company with Riverdale star Camila Mendes.
Oh.
So that's kind of who that is.
And I'm proud because I'm the person that brought you there.
To that
Brought
point.
you to that knowledge.
To that point where I was kind of like clicking around and you were like, "I know who that is. Why do I know?" And I was like, "I don't know. Why do you know who that is?" And it was like, she runs a production company with Riverdale star Camila Mendes.
Oh. Honor roll. And they made that new movie with that little kid in a pool.
Griffin in Summer. Is that Griffin
That's
in Summer?
right. That's the one.
And so for now for some reason we're hawking Griffin in Summer. I think they also maybe produced like Do Revenge or something. I don't know.
That would make sense.
It's Camila. Now it's a Camila Mendes situation. So that's a quick correction that Rachel Lynn Matthews and Orlando Bloom are not dating. And in fact, she has a production company with Camila Mendes. I know you guys were wondering. So there we go. Okay, we're going to get started with our quick flops. Sam, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. First up, we have on December 1st, Mad Men was put on HBO Max in what was supposed to be beautifully digitally remastered 4K, claiming that it would give audiences, quote, the opportunity to enjoy the series' authentically crafted elements with crisp detail and enhanced visual clarity. And boy, did they deliver. The series arrived with several basic production errors, including but not limited to a scene where Roger Sterling vomits, where the crew member operating the vomit machine is just left in the shot. Another scene where Peggy is supposed to be walking through 1960s New York, but she trudges past an ad for cell phone SIM cards and a Mexican restaurant with LA area codes. And then several of the episodes were mislabeled and appeared in the wrong order. So if you were like, I'm trying to binge it in order, it was like amazing news. These are out of order. And my favorite thing about this is that reportedly all of this happened because, quote, the wrong files were delivered to HBO Max. Sorry, but there's nothing floppier than pulling a sorry, wrong attachment excuse.
It's very true, especially for 7 seasons of television.
7 seasons of television. It's like, here's an idea. Maybe let's just run it in the original AMC format. I'm sure that was fine. I don't think we need... I watched all of Mad Men, like, right when the pandemic happened, and it looked good. I don't think we need... I don't think anything needed to be remastered, so I'm not really sure, like, what it is that we're doing here. Have you watched it before?
I've never watched it before. Would love to. I don't have a 4K TV, so...
Not really sure what this would do for you. And it doesn't
it'll be
really
lost
seem...
on me as well.
And it doesn't seem like it's the time for you to watch it either because it's not in working order. The last article I read was like, so we're working on getting the right files. And it's like, how long could that possibly take?
Well, so about an hour ago, I was actually looking on HBO and scrolling through to see if I could see the vomit guy, and he's not there anymore. So I think they may have resolved the issue.
At least one of the files is right now. The vomit guy is gone, but the pictures are there forever. I really do. I do implore that you look at them. Sam, is it true that you worked at AMC while Mad Men was on?
I worked at AMC Networks for 6 months in 2015. So I worked at IFC, like the comedy channel.
Okay.
This would have been June to December 2015. So it would have been right when Documentary Now was first airing.
Okay.
And I worked in the on-air promotions department. So basically like those TV commercials for the TV shows where it's like 15 seconds and it's like on the next blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I helped out with that. And a lot of my job was quality control. I would have to watch the spots that were delivered like 3 times in a row and watch out for like flash frames, spelling errors, like random stuff like that where it's like there's a mistake that needs to be fixed.
So you would say like part of your job was to watch out to make sure that the vomit machine guy is not still in the spot.
Exactly. So if it's due to the wrong files being delivered, that's one thing where it's like, okay, but that probably should have been QC'd, quality control QC'd on Lionsgate's end, and then probably QC'd again
on HBO Max's end.
Where it goes through like layers of QC. Like there's no one person that's responsible for doing it.
That, right. And it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, how much money could HBO Max, Warner Brothers have possibly spent to acquire all of Mad Men, one of the most lauded shows of all time, to not do this quality control piece? It is, I hate to like bring up this word all the time, but this is flop soup. Like the inshitification of the streaming. Let's get more people caring about what the actual images look like.
Yeah, and this was 10 years ago, and obviously I was at one place. I don't know what the QC process is like anywhere else and can't really speak to it, but I'm sure that stuff is getting dropped in the age of streaming where it's like, we're going turbo mode all the time.
Right. It's like, we need to get this streaming now!
And like, when I was there, I was a co-op. So I was working full-time hours, but I was basically like an intern.
Okay.
But they still had me doing a lot of that quality control. And it was the kind of thing where it's like, oh, I get paid $12 an hour and I get to be like, I get to watch TV all day. This job is awesome. But that is the kind of thing where it's like somebody needs to be doing that, even if it is the intern that you pay $12 an hour. Even if it is a co-op
intern making $12 an hour, that's like, still someone should be doing it.
Someone should be doing it.
So I guess we're coming out of this pro intern. Is that right?
I think so. And also the mislabeling. That's another thing where it's like asset management, the people that are in charge of asset management are very strict about that. So somebody would have had to really mess up for
like multiple
that to go wrong.
episodes to be labeled incorrectly. Okay, so we're
People
basically
need to pay
saying
attention.
we're saying HBO Max is falling apart at the seams. I think
It's possible.
it's possible. Okay, noted. All right, I'm gonna say next. Sam, bring us to New York City.
Okay, so Zohran Mamdani will be sworn in as New York City's 111th mayor in January, but a historian named Peter Hortenstein is claiming that Mamdani is actually going to be the 112th mayor of New York City. Hortenstein claims to have found documents proving that the 6th mayor of NYC, Matthias Nichols, haunted pilgrim-ass name,
Yeah, seriously.
served 2 non-consecutive terms in 1672 and 1674. But official records only state that he served 1. So if he did serve 2 non-consecutive terms, this would make him the 6th and 8th mayor of New York City, thus making the count of all other mayors off by 1 for 350 years. Hortenstein says a correction is warranted, saying, quote, "I would hope that the city takes the history of mayors very seriously."
Oh my God.
Now, Cassandra, I don't know if you're interpreting this as a flop because the count is off, but to me, this is a flop because this man is so down bad about this.
Oh
This
my
is,
God.
if I may say, this is his modern love.
Yeah. Mhm.
He is taking it upon himself to be the Paul Revere of mayor numbers, being like, ring ding da ding, the people need to know about this.
Oh my God. This is first. Okay, so first of all, like, this is crazy. There's something so haunted about the fact that it's like this 2 non-consecutive terms thing, which is obviously famously Donald Trump, and then of course Grover Cleveland. But like it just like that's very haunted. I don't like the like continual connection between Trump and Mamdani. Like it was funny one time, but now I'm feeling like it's a kind of like a specter vibe, ghost like.
We're never getting away from it.
We're never getting away from it. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Another element to this, Peter Hortenstein. I mean, that's not a person you can take seriously. What are we supposed to do with that?
No.
And he's bringing up this extremely not serious feeling point.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yeah, I mean, this is just. Listen, I think both things about it are floppy. I think counting wrong is floppy. It's like, let's try and count right. Like there is
I was
somebody.
gonna say, I'm gonna get canceled for being like, who cares about how many?
Who cares how
mayors
many?
there are?
I mean, it's like the same as I feel like it's the same element as in the Mad Men stuff, where it's like it's somebody's job to make sure that the numbers are right. Mayoral asset management needs to get their asses in line.
You are so right. Mayor asset management. Oh, that's good.
Inventing. And then also this guy is such a nerd.
You just created a job.
I did create a job. There it is. Okay, Donald Trump, you're canceled. I'm the one creating jobs.
That's right.
So, but then it is also like this guy is like, it's a little bit like get a life, but I guess he's a historian. I think what's getting me is Hortenstein is so close to the word historian. Like,
ooh, that's funny.
what are we meant to do about that? I don't know. But it's just like, we need to get this in order. I don't want Zohran's term to be plagued by claims that he's the wrong number mayor.
When I saw this headline, I was like, oh my God, what's going on? What happened? What did he do?
They're like, they're taking it away they won't let him be mayor because they don't know what number mayor he is.
And then it's like, oh, we've been counting wrong for 350 years.
Like, no problem. 1672 is like, I didn't even know they had mayors of New York City at that point. It's
Right?
so long ago.
Mayor of what? Mayor of who?
Mayor of like just Queens? Like, what was even in operation at that time?
Oh my God.
Don't answer that. Do not call in and answer that. Okay, do we have more we want to say here?
No.
Okay, it's about to get even more complicated. It's kind of like a complicated week on Flop Soup. Stick with us. Las Culturistas' Matt Rogers has a new boyfriend. It's Below Deck's Fraser Olender. That's right. A guy who's on Below Deck and a guy from Las Culturistas are dating. They went Instagram official the week of November 17th, and then 3 weeks later, Fraser Olender went Instagram official with his vaping-induced heart attack.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
Sam is doing heart pumps right now. That's right, the 33-year-old had a vaping heart attack from vape poisoning, which is medically known as an E-Valley or an e-cigarette or vaping associated lung injury. And that's right, he thirst trapped through it, featuring shots of him shirtless with medical patches affixed to his chest and mean mugging in a hospital gown.
We've all done it.
Of course, we've all done it. And don't worry, Matt was there too. His Frasier's post finished off with a warning to stop vaping immediately because his heart attack was, quote, not cute, even for the plot. What do you think about this?
Honestly, I feel like he did save a life by saying that, because we all know somebody who would get a heart attack for the plot.
Hi, Diva. I'm just not feeling this one.
Yeah.
We all know somebody who would love to be like, oh my God, you guys, vaping is so crazy. Look what happened to me. And
Heart attack for the plot. Heart attack for the plot. I was like ultimately at the end of this, like, okay, but I do think we do need more people saying stop vaping right now. I do think that. Just can't think of anything floppier than like, you're from below deck. We just had to learn your name. And then 3 weeks later, now we're all like, sorry, you had a heart attack at what age? How is it possible to be 33 and have a heart attack? And the answer is I vaped so hard it almost killed me.
What flavor do you think he was vaping?
I think mango.
That's what I want to know. That sounds delicious.
That's the one, and I don't really know anything about vaping. I know you guys can't believe that.
This is my problem. Like the little vapes that come in the most gorgeous colors with the most beautiful names, Miami Mint or whatever.
Yeah.
They smell so good.
They call to you.
I've never vaped before in my life, but I think about it every day.
You think about it every day, but you need to stop because of e-cigarette or vaping associated lung injury, aka E-Valley, which could cause a heart attack for you at your young age. You're even younger than Fraser Olander, whose name I can't take seriously.
Cassandra, I actually want to tell you something. E-Valley is actually short for Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons.
Oh my God. How could I
Did you
not
like
know
that?
that? How could... Here I am thinking it's short for e-cigarette or vaping associated lung injury.
That's what they want you to think.
I love when an acronym has the word or in it. It's like you're not even really committing. There's an or.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Frankie Valley is actually short for Freezer Olander.
Valley?
I can't keep going with that.
Fraser Olander had an E-Valley. Frankie Valley is short for Fraser Olander had an E-Valley.
Thank you.
Okay, there it is. And what do we think about Matt Rogers finally has a boyfriend who he's like public with? And it's this situation.
So I specifically am the wrong person to ask about this because I don't know what Below Deck is. And I'm also a big fan of Matt Rogers' ex-boyfriend, Henry, because
Henry Kapersky,
because I used to work at Good Good, and Henry would come by every now and then to accompany people on the piano, and he was always so freaking nice. It was unbelievable. There are some people at Good Good where I think about them and I'm like, that person was so goddamn nice, and he's one of them. Top of the list.
Good Good is Good Good Comedy Theater, which is a comedy theater in Philadelphia. Actually, where Sam and I met volunteering. Fun fact.
So sorry to be like, actually, I like his ex-boyfriend
You're
better,
sort
but
of
that's
like
just
team.
my personal truth.
I hope Matt Rogers never finds happiness. That's what I'm getting right now. You're sort of like, I want the best for Henry Kapersky and none of the good things for people who've hurt him.
I guess that is what I'm saying. Okay, opinion wiped from my brain. I don't remember what I was saying 60 seconds ago. I'm all for Matt Rogers having a new boyfriend, especially if it's Below Deck's Fraser Olander, who had a vaping-induced heart attack.
Okay, and period. And I think let's move on.
In other smoking and her cousins are bad news, it's time to watch out for scromiting. That's short for scream vomiting, a condition that can affect cannabis power users, aka that thing of when you've done weed so hard and for so long that suddenly consuming it makes you extremely nauseous and forces you to throw up in such a painful way that you scream while you vomit. The human body is amazing. No notes. Woo! So basically, scromiting is a nickname for cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. Of course, when we break down cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, we see that cannabinoid equals weed, emesis means I'm vomiting, and hyper means, oh, I'm super vomiting. Yes, I watched The Pit. Yes, I let myself believe for 6 months that I was going to apply to nursing school.
That's before I was like, let's just do more comedy, Sam.
Honestly, yeah. And before I was like, actually, I need to not sign up for 10 billion student loans.
What do you think would happen to you if you had to deal with a person who was like, I think I'm scromiting? Like, do you think you could handle it?
I'd be like, yeah, girl, I hear you. You are scromiting. I was going to do my impression of scromiting for you tonight, but it's late and I have neighbors.
Again, scromiting is short for scream vomiting. So it's like, imagine that you were
Exactly.
vomiting, but you were trying to scream at the same time. I think I could do it a little bit. I think it might be something like this.
Okay, gorgeous. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's just like a little sample of what scromiting might be like.
I'm kind of annoyed that scromiting, that this is what scromiting is being used for, because I've definitely scromited before. Like I had some sort of like mystery stomach illness at the beginning of the year, and you better believe I was scromiting.
Yeah,
No
that's such a
weed
good point. It's like, why
necessary.
did the weed people get this one? There's like, first of
Yeah.
all, not to be so like public health, but there's like a pregnancy related hyperemesis syndrome
Yes.
that Kate Middleton had, and it's like, how come the pregnant ladies don't get to scrom it? It's just like a local pothead. That's not really fair. There's other people who are hyper vomiting.
And just so we're super clear, scromiting is in the zeitgeist right now because the University of Illinois Chicago just published a study confirming that cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome became a huge thing in hospital emergency departments in 2020. Cassandra, did something happen in 2020 that would cause people to become chronic weed smokers to the point of their bodies fully rebuking the weed completely?
It's a really good question.
Was something going
It's
on?
impossible to know if there was something going on in 2020 that would make people do this. This does lead me to conspiracy brain, where I'm just like, okay, so like, what if it's just, if you had COVID, now your body can't handle weed good? Like, if they didn't have this before 2020, maybe it's like, now you can get addicted to weed. It can cause you to scrom it because of COVID.
Public
Brain
health, girl, you can do the
blast.
study.
I'll do the
You can
study.
do the study, and
my
I'll
other
assist
life.
you.
Can't wait. My number one assistant on my study about is COVID causing people to no longer be able to do weed.
More health
Ugh.
studies should be done by comedians.
I think that's true. Let's get that going.
And one last thing, in 2022, Vice World News asked a Harvard medical school doctor named Peter Grinspoon if scromiting was, quote, a massive problem in the US. And he said, certainly not. It's a made-up word.
Okay, King. Okay, King. Another name that's making me go, Peter Grinspoon.
Grinspoon sounds like an amazing British pub where you could go for like a cool breakfast.
Yeah, very cool breakfast. And you have to have beer with the breakfast because that's just their culture.
They don't let you say no.
Okay, thank you, Peter Grinspoon. Certainly
Thank you,
not. It's a
Peter
made-up
Grinspoon.
word. Well, you're a made-up word, Peter Grinspoon. How about that? How about that? Okay, do we have more we want to say on scromiting?
That's it for me, girl.
You know, watch out for weed and vapes a little bit. You could be scromiting, you could be having a vape-induced heart attack, and I don't think either one is going to be cute even for the plot.
This
Okay.
is a really anti-weed, anti-vape episode.
Sponsored by Dare. Flop Soup sponsored by Dare.
And DoorDash.
And the Grinch socks. Okay, next. Following news that some Samsung fridges will now play ads on their smart screens, a Reddit post about a woman named Carol fearing a schizophrenic episode after an ad for the show Pluribus played on her fridge, which is about a woman named Carol, has gone viral. The story has yet to be verified, but it's not often we get to say the movie Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping warned you, but the movie Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping warned us that ads on a refrigerator are a bad idea. There it is. So basically, like, fridges can now play ads on their smart screens, and it's scary, and I don't want it to happen.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack here that I truly don't know where to start.
Are you watching Pluribus?
I am. Well, I just started it yesterday and I technically am not done with the first episode. I get the idea. I know who Carol is. I understand why they would do an ad like this.
Right, so-
not fridge wise, but
Not
so-
fridge wise. Why I placed it on the fridge is a really good question.
So the ad is just text that said, "We're sorry. We are sorry we upset you, Carol."
yes, it says we're sorry we upset you, Carol. Carol is the main character of Pluribus. The plot of that show, and this is like not a spoiler, is that a woman is one of 12 people on Earth who has not been overtaken by a hive mind virus. So every single person on Earth, except for these 12 people, is like all together having the same brain. And they talk to Carol as like one person in many, many bodies. We're sorry we scared you, Carol, is like what the hive mind would be saying. And then it plays on some refrigerators because we live in a society where now ads play on refrigerators. You can't just like have a cold glass of water. You have to have a cold glass of water and an ad for an Apple TV show named Pluribus.
I was looking into the Samsung fridges, and it seems to be the kind of thing where a lot of people are like, well, no, I didn't seek out a fridge that has a screen on it, but this one had all of the other features I wanted, and the features seem... The internet features seem reasonable enough. Like, you can check the temperature of the fridge, you can monitor like that kind of thing, you can put photos on the fridge. It's the kind of thing where I could see people really easily justifying it, you know,
getting got. Yeah. Here's what I'll have to say to that. I have never once thought, what is the temperature of my fridge? I stick paper photos on there and I'm good.
I do think about the temperature of my fridge, but that's because there's a thing when you open the fridge that says what the temperature is, and you can change it by looking at it and then changing it with your finger.
That's so interesting. I have no idea how my fridge would tell me what the temperature is at all.
Changing
I love
the
that.
Fridge temperature manually.
No.
Analog fridge.
I think that the fridge should come with one temperature.
I like that my fridge is really cold.
Don't you ever have that problem where like your berries freeze?
Yes, I do.
Well, it should just be at the
cold.
It should be at the no berries freeze temperature. That's what I think. That's it. That's what I think. And I think there shouldn't be any ads. I don't need my fridge on the internet at all. The fridge and the internet do not need to be together.
This Reddit post also, there's a pretty good chance that it's not real.
So I think that's the other piece of this that is funny. Like, this is going so viral. Like, there's like not real articles, but like blogs about it. And like, it's all over Twitter. And it's just like, it's not verified. Like, this seems untrue. This is just a person like kind of fanficking the like tortures of a smart house. And it's like, yeah, for sure this could happen. And the ad is creepy and the fridge playing the ad is creepy. But then there's like this other piece of it where it's like, once again, people are forgetting about fact checking.
And if it is true, I hope Carol is okay whenever she goes outside.
Carol, if you're real, I'm sorry that you thought you were having a schizophrenic episode, and I'm only wishing the best for you. Okay, next.
The Pantone color of the year is white. Question mark.
Period. Question
exclamation
mark.
point. Period.
We're upset.
In what can only be described as the most flop soup coated thing that's happened yet, Pantone has declared that a shade of white known as Cloud Dancer has been named color of the year. Giving up never looked so floppy, and this is your annual reminder that white is literally the absence of color. And to this I say, who the freaking hell is in charge at Pantone of choosing the color? And what did that meeting look like?
What did it look like?
Are you freaking kidding me? You guys are freaks.
You guys are freaks. The insane justification that they've given is like, everyone is just like looking for a fresh start. And it's like, yes, and with color. Can I say something? I'm gonna reveal something right now about me. Mm-hmm. Okay? I'm sitting in my office that I just got painted a bright green. It used to be white. White is like the color that you buy the house. It's the color that you rent the apartment. It's nothingness. You paint something to bring life into it. You want color, you don't want white.
The white that they chose is the ugliest, like dingy, grayish
It's like
white.
the color of milk.
It's landlord white.
It's landlord white. It's that depressing white where you're like, well, so this place doesn't have any goddamn personality now, does it?
And the Pantone color of the year, if they wanted to go with the symbolism of a fresh start, green would have been a really good choice. Blue would have been a really beautiful choice. A nice sunny yellow would have been a really beautiful choice.
Let's do colors of the rainbow: red, orange, indigo, violet. I mean, any of those are good. I have to say that
you're really gonna tell us white is the best color of the year.
No, of course not. And by the way, can I say something else? So I was looking at like the list of every color they've ever picked. One year in 2021, they picked 2 colors. Like, they're inventive. And then this year they said, we're just going to do white. It's like, try picking 3 colors or something. Like, one of them could be white, but you can't just pick white. It's just, and everyone is freaking out. They're losing it over this. They're like, it's like, once again, a signal of like everything's breaking down. It's very like the past 25 years that society is over, which by the way, they started doing Pantone color of the year in 1999. I know you guys were all wondering. In 1999 is when they started.
It's just so insane for them to do this during the year of Sydney Sweeney Good Jeans and be like, what? You don't like this?
1,000%. It's like a white supremacy coded choice completely. It's like, if you really want to be like the true neutral, it's gray.
Mm-hmm. Or a beautiful beige. But even that is kind of like you're pushing it, babe.
No, even beige is like, I don't know. We did a whole thing on this podcast about beige moms, and there was something really eerie about them, I have to say.
Wait, also, speaking of 2 colors, can I tell you my theory about what happened with the Pantone color of the year this year?
Yes, please.
This is my most generous reading of what could have happened here. So my theory is that Pantone was actually working on a brand deal tie-in with Wicked, and they were going to have 2 colors of the year, and they were going to be Elphaba Green and Glinda Pink, but then the deal fell through.
Oh my God. That's actually genius. That
Thank
must
you.
be what happened.
It would have been better than this. It would have been horrendous, and it still would have been better than this.
But it, like, at least it would give us something. First of all, like, say what you want about all the Wicked tie-ins, but like, there is panache to the Elphaba Green and the Glinda Pink. Like, they are annoying and crazy in one sense, but they're also like vivacious in another sense. You know, there's like a respect there that you have to pay to them because they are bold.
Good with green. Pink goes good with green. That's me whenever I go home to my high school bedroom, which has pink and green walls alternating. I'll send you a photo.
That's gorgeous. I would love to see it. The thing about pink and green is like they're kind of like the OG like cutesy. It doesn't work unless you do it this like one special way kind of vibe. Like which is there's something fun there. I don't have a theory about what happened, but I do have other ideas for what colors they should have chosen. And I'm very much just like, you know what? Go big, go home. Hot pink. Let's just do hot pink.
I love pink.
I want like a hot, obnoxious pink. I want them to say it's fuck it vibes. Hot pink.
Gen Z pink.
Gen Z pink. Let's invent it. Gen Z hot pink. Not millennial pink. None of that faded pink bullshit. And then of course my other entry for this is flop soup orange.
Cassandra, I was going to say that.
Oh my God, twins. Flop soup orange is a good color.
Flop soup orange with the yellow. It's a really iconic color combo. You don't see that very often.
No, and I think it just works. So those are some ideas, Pantone. We cannot believe that you picked Cloud Dancer White.
I only have one other idea for Pantone color of the year, and it's panettone, like the Italian cake, which is yellow on the inside.
Yellow on the inside. Do
it's
you hear
like
that?
a citrusy cake, so it's like yellowish on the inside.
Sam said, let's go pun mode. Panettone color.
Panettone.
The Pantone color of the year is Panettone.
That would be hilarious.
That would be so hilarious. And you know what? We could all use that type of levity in these times.
Like,
we need a fresh start with the color white. We need a fresh joke about Panettone.
Like Wendy's and Moon Pies and Dunkin' are all having their like brand renaissances right now. Pantone, you're gonna be next, bitch.
That's right. Okay, that's it. On to the next. And it's Golden Globes nominations. Did you what are your feelings usually about the Golden Globes nominations? Are you like, girl, I don't even care?
Yeah, I'm kind of just like no opinion. I like the Oscars the most.
I think that's the classic.
Like, okay, girl.
That's the girly. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't love the Oscars? The Golden Globes are, of course, the floppiest of all the awards, so we cover them, I think, more than any of the other ones. We're not going to get too far into it this time, but I just wanted to do some of the highlights of their floppiest categories. Yes, you're raising your hand.
I just want to say one thing, which is that I'm really happy that Adam Sandler got a nomination.
Oh, of course. Yeah. And we do have to shout out, I think a flop-filled movie that I did enjoy, Jay Kelly, streaming now on Netflix. Sam and I actually saw it at the Philadelphia Film Festival together, but Adam Sandler is randomly so talented and good in that. And the movie is like kind of bad, but he is a gorgeous angel in it.
Randomly talented to you, expectedly the right amount of talented to the rest of us.
Absolutely, Sam. Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't really like the movie, but the ending really was an emotional one for me, so I do recommend watching it to whoever is out there.
It's good. It's good. And once you do watch it, if you follow me on Letterboxd, it's a review I really stand by. So you'll have that to look forward to. Otherwise, the Golden Globes, we have, I think, the top 3 floppiest categories that we're going to go through, which are 1, cinematic box office achievement, 2, the stand-up comedy category, and 3, the brand new podcast category. Sam's face has gotten more and more disgusted with each category name that I said. So first of all, Wicked for Good, the movie itself, only got nominated for cinematic box office achievement, continues to be the floppiest category with a bizarro mismatch of nominees that includes Avatar, Fire and Ash, which hasn't come out yet. So I don't know how it could have any box office achievement at this point. So I think that's fascinating that that made the list. Then we have F1, which is the Brad Pitt Formula One movie. K-pop Demon Hunters, which you'll remember was not originally meant to ever even go to a movie theater. That's like a streamer that they then realized they could make money by putting into the theater. Then of course we have Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning Part 2. Sinners, which is like, it's in a lot of other categories in a way that like I feel like it's devaluing it almost to put it in this category. Then Weapons, which except for a nomination for Amy Madigan was like totally overlooked. And I'm not really thinking about it as something that made so much money. And then, of course, Wicked for Good. Ariana and Cynthia did get acting nominations, but otherwise Wicked for Good got 0 noms, except for original songs. And then Zootopia 2 rounds out this category, which I'm like, okay.
I think you said it best when you said, okay. The thing about cinematic box office achievement, how long has this award
It's
been
like,
a thing?
I believe it's 3 years old.
Historically, how have we been using it? It
Like-
feels like we're using it for like,
It's almost like it's just like buzzy movies. It's like movies that are buzzy but are like not necessarily good. And like last year,
yeah, it's
Wicked
like
won.
we wanted to slap something on this. And it's like, okay, but why?
I think just to appease studio heads almost. Like to appease people who are like,
And in that way, it would make sense for K-pop Demon Hunters to receive that nomination, for it to be like, wow, it was so big and now it's in the theaters and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I guess in that sense, it's an achievement.
a part of it is that I'm like, you need to give it a different name because cinematic box office achievement is not right. It's almost like just the buzziest movies of the year. Like that's, to me, that's actually a more honest name. It's like they were talked about, neither good nor bad. They were discussed. The most discussed movies of the year. I actually feel like that's pretty good for this.
It's also kind of like there's a really easy way to figure out who deserves the cinematic box office achievement.
Right, it's who made the most
that
money.
made the most money.
And
So
they
it's
don't
like,
give it out by that metric. They instead give it out by whoever at the Hollywood Foreign Press Association voted for it, which is again a group of like 300 people who used to be almost exclusively white and are now a little more diverse, which is the big Golden Globe scandal of the past 5 years. It's bizarre. It really is. And every year I'm like, what are we doing? Okay, the next one is, of course, just quickly is stand up. The nominees for this included Bill Maher and Ricky Gervais, which is just like, what?
what
How?
year is it?
What year is it? Those guys are still making specials? Not according to anyone who watches stand up.
I'm Googling Bill Maher age. 69.
69. And we're like dead.
I'm Googling Ricky Gervais age. By the way, I have the same birthday as him. Blah.
Ugh, that's horrible. I would just stop saying it.
64. Not that age
64.
means anything. I'm just curious.
But it's just like guys in their 60s are not making the best stand up.
No. Who are the other people that were nominated?
Kumail is like the most interesting one, I would say. Kumail Nanjiani, because he like came back to stand up after a long time. And then the other 3 people are Sarah Silverman is, of course, the only woman. And then Brett Goldstein, the guy from Ted Lasso. And then Kevin Hart. And those are your nominees. Kevin Hart is another very like phone it in option where it's just like that is a comedian.
Yeah, it truly like, oh, here are some comedians who put stuff out this year.
Right. Here are some comedians who are like, you put a gun to your aunt's head and said, name a comedian. Like,
Yeah.
and then Kumail, I would say, is like the one outlier of this. You know, we have to talk about our coworkers. The podcast nominations are finally here. Good news that Joe Rogan didn't make the list, but it is dominated by blonde people, so we are still worried about white supremacy's continued reign. We have Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, notably blonde. Boo. Call Her Daddy with Alex Cooper, blonde. The Mel Robbins podcast, that's a blonde lady for sure. And sorry to group her with them, but could hang with Amy Poehler, that woman blonde as hell. And then also, of course, Smartless made the cut. That's going to go ahead and be the Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, Sean Hayes mess. That's they're best known, of course, for running a mobile phone affiliate, Smartless Mobile. And then rounding out the category is Up First, which is a 15-minute podcast that NPR releases every day to catch people up on the day's news. And to that, I guess I'll say The Daily has been found dead.
It really feels like, once again, name 6 podcasts.
Right. And let's go.
I'm making a gun with my fingers, by the way.
Yeah, Sam's making a gun with her fingers, and she's pointing it at your aunt. My thing is, like, what is Up First? I've never heard anybody talk about that ever before. Like, I'm like, if we are gonna just do, it's like we have to do a news one, it's got to be The Daily. Like, sorry, but that's like just the most talked about one of those. Like, and they do a good job, even though it's like, all right, shut up, Michael Barbaro. That's my 2 cents, if we're gonna be this way. Okay, anything else on the Globes, Sam?
That's it for me. Shout out Adam.
And of course,
also I like that Sydney Sweeney didn't get a nomination.
oh yeah, huge. And what would she have gotten it for? Crickets.
True. If anybody like wanted to see that Christie movie but doesn't want to like watch Sydney Sweeney, because ultimately what will you get from that? There's like a documentary on Netflix about Christy Martin that you should go watch instead.
Completely agree with that. The last thing I'll say about the Golden Globes is that they will air on what can only be described as the most random day of the year, January 11th.
The Golden Globes always just like sneak up on you, like,
It's very that. It's very like, oh, I didn't realize that that's happening. Also, they're in competition with Industry Season 4 premiere. So I think they'll probably lose out on that one. We're going to move on to our hot Flopic this week, which is the movie Ella McCay.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
Sam, are you ready?
as ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, so I know what you're asking yourself. What is the movie Ella McCay? That's a great question. I super implore you to watch the trailer. It is one of the most tonally bizarre things you'll ever watch in your life.
Hi, I'm the narrator. I'm here to provide facts about Ella McCay. I've worked for her ever since she finished law school, so I'm not exactly neutral. I'm nuts about her. This is how it started.
Aunt Helen, I have a ridiculously serious problem, and you're the only one I can tell.
I'm about to add to your problems, Ella. Your father's here.
Why?
We haven't seen each other in how long? You don't know either?
Eddie, you promised not to be yourself.
I'm a different person now. I met an incredible woman.
Oh!
No. The way I've never in my life felt this way about any other woman.
Jesus, Eddie!
Oh, I wasn't counting your mother. She's in a completely different category.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
watched the trailer and I'm still asking myself, what is Ella McCay?
What is Ella McCay? I'll start out with like some descriptors. It's an American political comedy drama film written and directed by James L. Brooks. That's the same guy who made Broadcast News, one of the most lauded movies of all time. But he did also make that movie How Do You Know with Reese Witherspoon, where like she's in love with Owen Wilson and Paul Rudd and kind of Jack Nicholson. Here is the premise. Set in an unnamed state in the year 2008.
Oh, sorry. Jump scare. Whew. That got me.
An idealistic 34-year-old lieutenant governor juggles familial issues and a challenging work life while preparing to take over the job of her mentor, the state's longtime incumbent governor, who suddenly accepts a cabinet position in the incoming Obama administration.
Oh. Sorry. Jump scare. Whew. That got me.
Not a movie where I have to Google what does a lieutenant governor do.
No, literally. And like, sorry, like the premise of releasing like an Obama core film in the year 2025 that like hinges on that like hope, like iconography of the time is just the most bizarre thing I could think a person might try to do. Then we'll get into a couple more of the details, which are these. The person playing Ella McCay is named Emma Mackey.
Yes, and this was another thing that made me really confused about what this movie is, because I saw Ella McCay and I saw the name Emma Mackey, and my brain also was like, what if it's a thing where it's like she's like British or something, right? What if it's a thing where it's like spelled Mackey but it's actually pronounced McCay? So my brain saw all of that and said, this was a movie that was written for her, and or something. It's something going on with who she is. There's something meta going on about it, and no one is talking about it. That's what my brain told me.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this is the equivalent of like if Adam Sandler starred in a movie called Alan Stambler. And we were all just like, yeah, totally. What?
Yeah, that's just like what it's called. Is there something weird about the fact that the names are basically the same? Is there? No.
It's just a coincidence.
It's just
we came up with the name Alan
course.
Stambler a year ago.
Totally. That is what's so weird about this. And it's like at some point, just change her name. Just make her be named like Lauren McCay.
Hi, Diva. I'm just not feeling this one.
It's just anything. I do have a feeling he wrote this and named the person before he cast her, because Emma Mackey is like not that famous. She's like a randomista from the show Sex Education who looks shockingly similar to Margot Robbie, but is not her. She is someone else.
Can I also say, looks shockingly not 34.
Do you think she looks older or younger?
She was 28 when they filmed it.
And say that. Okay, there it is. Another piece of this that you don't know about yet is Jamie Lee Curtis, who is doing like the most insane job in the trailer. Tonally all over the place. They
really playing herself in the trailer, it feels like.
I'm Helen McCay. Please excuse the way I talk or act.
Families, huh?
Absolutely.
I'm really angry.
That's what not screaming will get you. So, listen, Ella. Do you have something?
And then there's like a 30 seconds of her and Emma Mackey screaming.
Quirky.
And you're like, what? Why would 30 seconds of this make it into a 2.5 minute trailer? I'm not really sure.
These quirked up ladies, the only way that could have been better is if it was outside in the rain.
Yeah, truly. And say that. Which is also just so 2008. It's so 2008.
Maybe James Brooks has been sitting on this screenplay for a very long time.
He's been waiting, 17 years to release a movie about a woman, a governor in an unnamed state. I'm also obsessed with that. It's like they can't even like commit to place. It's like just somewhere in America. By the way, the social media embargo has been lifted. So there are no official reviews out, but there are like rumblings on the internet. One review said that in the movie, she's like really against the legalization of marijuana. Like one of her noted political stances in the movie is being against the legalization of marijuana. Probably because she knew about Scromiting. But here are some samples of the reviews. People have called it brutal, baffling, terrible, and incomprehensible.
Lay yes mama.
And one Letterboxd user wrote, quote, "This is perhaps the worst film I've sat through in my entire adult life."
We need to check to see if they've seen the Weekend movie.
That's a really good point. I'll have to look through their Letterboxd. But so basically, like, Ella McCay is gonna come out in 2 weeks. So far, everyone's saying it's one of the worst movies of all time. The star of the movie has a shockingly similar name to the title. And the only PR that's happening for it is this thing called the Ella McCay Challenge, which I sent to Sam and was like, we should talk about this. And she was like, what is this? And I was like, so basically on the poster for the movie, Emma Mackey is doing like a classic type of woman who doesn't exist pose, where she's got one leg up in the air because she's trying to put her heel on, and it's like crossed over her other leg. So she's standing, she's got a trench coat on, and then she's got the one leg sort of crossed over her body because she's trying to get the heel on her foot. And what's been going on, social media trend, hashtag Ella McCay challenge, is that mostly gay guys are posing in front of the poster at the movie theater, and they are doing the thing where they're crossing their leg in front of their standing leg and pretending to put a shoe on. And they're going hashtag Ella McCay challenge.
And Cassandra, I would say that you and I do the Ella McCay challenge every day, and it's just putting shoes on.
Putting shoes on. Although I will say, as broken leg woman, she mentioned it, I actually can't really do this right now.
You're right. I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's actually super insensitive to my broken leg. And so is the Ella McCay poster.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. We talked about this, and we got Justin to weigh in, and you're going to hear a sound clip here.
Just to say, isn't it always gay guys doing something?
And I just want to say, I was at the movie theater yesterday to see Wicked for Good, and there was a huge Ella McCay poster. And I stood in front of it and I thought to myself, I should just do the challenge for the podcast. I asked my friend, can you take Jackie? Shout out Jackie. I asked Jackie, will you take a picture of me? And she said, yeah, sure. She forgot. I was about to say, oh, Jackie, before we go, can we get this picture? And then I decided, actually, I don't care.
And that's so brave.
It was as simple as that. But I did ask my other friend to take a photo of me inside the Zootopia van.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
So I'll send you that picture.
Hashtag Zootopia 2 challenge inside the van.
Yeah. Or I'm sorry, it was a public bus, not a van.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
Public transportation.
A public transportation bus from Zootopia.
Yeah, with all of the animals.
That's beautiful.
I saw a hollow in the cardboard and I said, I'm going in.
You going in. Okay, so hashtag Zootopia 2 challenge inside the bus.
So delicious.
Yeah, so if they do an Ella McCay challenge where there's something that I can fit into, if I maybe can like go inside her shoe, I'll do it then.
Let's get an Ella McCay poster where you can go inside her shoe. And then maybe the movie will be successful. Think about that, James.
They need us to punch some stuff up.
They really do.
We're idea girls.
We're idea girls, for sure. Future Cassandra here with an update on the Ella McCay challenge. The official Simpsons Twitter account has posted several characters doing the Ella McCay challenge, including Homer, Bart, and Moe, although Marge is mysteriously missing from the video. By the way, I did a little check on Blue Sky to see if anybody is posting the Ella McCay challenge over there and not just Twitter and Instagram, and there are only 4 total posts about the Ella McCay challenge on all of Blue Sky. I'm so sad for so many. I'm going to read the entire cast list just for a second now. I'm really sad for a lot of these people. Saoirse Ronan's husband, Jack Lowden, has to play Ella McCay's husband. That's a hot guy that I feel bad for. Woody Harrelson is playing her estranged father. What?
And he doesn't look good.
He's looking ugly when normally he's like exuding sex appeal in a way that's
scruggly.
He looks scruggly. Then we have Rebecca Hall, who's like Oscar nominated actress playing her mom. That's not making sense. Then we
just watched Rebecca Hall in The Town.
That's right. And
one of the best movies about Boston.
One of the best movies about Boston that there is, The Town. And so Rebecca Hall has fallen so far. Now she's in Ella McCay as Mrs. McCay, which again doesn't make any sense age-wise. So that means that we're going to be subjected to flashbacks in this movie. Then we have somebody named Spike Fern. Don't know who that is. Can't get into it. Then we have Ayo Adebari is for some reason in the movie playing Ella McCay's brother's ex-girlfriend. Already it's like there's too many characters. Let's say that. Let's say that. Then
too many characters, and like, why are we doing the thing where we have to explain who the characters are? What happened to just actor name, character name?
I don't know. There's so many details.
It's too early for this.
And sorry, did I say this already? Kumail Nanjiani is in the movie.
What is it exactly that we're looking at here?
Golden Globe stand-up comedy nominated Kumail Nanjiani is for some reason in Ella McCay.
I watched the trailer and he was in it, and he was kind of like making eyes at her in a way where I was like, get away from her.
You're like, you're being scary, Kumail.
I know it's the character and not the actor. The other thought that I had in my head was, I watched Eternals, the movie that he like got buff for.
Uh-huh.
I do not remember him being in that movie so goddamn ever.
And say that. That
I
is like the
don't remember
most
him.
important thing that you could say. If you think you need to get buff for a movie, there's a chance somebody might not even remember that you're in the movie that you got buff for.
And I'm a girl who remembers a lot of things.
And think about that. And Sam remembers a lot of stuff. And
Think
she
about
can't
that,
even
Kumail.
remember Kumail in the Eternals.
Not a moment.
Not a moment. And I didn't even see it. And you know what? I like him. I've seen The Big Sick like 4 times.
I do really love that movie.
Okay, and I've seen all of Silicon Valley, and I still couldn't be bothered to watch him be buff in the Eternals. The final person I need to shout out who's on this cast list is Becky Ann Baker, the iconic woman who plays Hannah Horvath's mom on Girls.
And the mom in Freaks and Geeks.
That's right, and the mom in Freaks and Geeks. She's
For
been
those of us who aren't into Girls the show.
which is almost no one who listens to the podcast. So sorry, Sam, but
I really told on myself just then. Sorry.
You did. It's okay. Is it you're being honest?
I am honest.
So
That's
those
what
are
people say.
Those are the people who have been subjected to Ella McCay, and now you, and the Ella McCay challenge. Which, if you do participate, please tag Flop Soup. We're interested.
Or the Zootopia public bus challenge.
Yes, we're also interested in hashtag Zootopia 2 in the bus challenge. Okay, local flops. Sam, take us to Philadelphia, where I also live.
Local flops. Cassandra, please feel free to jump in at any moment with this. My local flop is about the Miracle on 13th Street, which is a block on 13th Street in South Philly, where every December, all of the residents on that one block really decorate the fuck out of the homes. There's Christmas lights like going across, like connecting across the street. There's displays, there's characters. It is such a spectacle. And it was recently named like one of the top 10 light shows in the US or something. Something kind of crazy for what it is.
That's like really great. It's seriously only 1 block long. Like it's just like not really that amazing. And I've been going for 10 years and now I live really close to it and it's like not that cool.
Yeah, the magic wears off a little bit fast, which I don't love to admit because I do love some Christmas magic. It is really beautiful. It's especially, I imagine it would be fun if you went with children or if it was your first time. I walked through it the other day at 10 p.m. on a Thursday. There was nobody around. I got to really enjoy it. I loved it.
DJ play a Christmas song. I wanna be dancing all night long. It's cold outside, but it's warm in here, and that's the only thing I want this year. DJ play.
It has become so popular in recent years that it causes like a really significant amount of traffic backup in a way that is scary.
Jump scare.
For so many reasons. There was this article that was recently written about how there was like a fire on the block and it took a fire truck 8 minutes to get there. And they were like, wait, what would happen if a fire happened during like Miracle on 13th Street when all of these cars are backed up?
It's really scary to consider for sure.
It's truly like cars backed up trying to turn onto 13th Street from Broad Street. There are trolleys that they're like, we're gonna take you to the Miracle on 13th Street. And
and it's like you drink on the trolley. It's like a booze bus to Miracle on 13th Street.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that we love, it's when huge groups of drunk adults go to places that are meant mostly for children.
And here's the other thing is that like in this area, there is like 2 blocks that are blocked off for construction that's been going on for like 4 months. So last year when this was happening, we used to get all the traffic down the street where I live to go to the Miracle on 13th Street. It was so loud on my street every single night because there's so many cars honking and like so many booze buses going by, but now they don't go because they're blocked off by that, area on 13th Street. So now it's all in that one area coming down, like on the other side of where that street is blocked. So it's like even more congested than it has ever been because there's only like one entry point to get to it because it's a one-way street. It just should be
it's the kind of thing where if you are like driving and you don't like get out of there fast enough, if you don't turn out of there fast enough, you're getting caught in the flow. You're going through the Miracle on 13th Street. What you thought was going to be a quick 2-minute turn is going to take 5-10 minutes.
For the longest time.
So So basically, it's just like we need to regulate this. I just feel like we don't need the booze buses. Maybe it's that like that area specifically should just be pedestrian only. You can't drive your car through it.
And it's the kind of thing where it's like when you're trying to solve an issue and you have to like go like back and back and back further enough where it's like, well, can we even have this in the first place and
Right,
have
can
it
we
be
even have
nice?
this? I don't know.
Because
I
we
don't
live in
know.
car world.
It's a really good question. And famously, I'm beefing with cars because that's who hit me.
I'm also beefing with cars. I said at the top of the pod, I don't have a car.
And so you're a car free gal. It feels like maybe it's like if you want to take your car, you should have to pay. How's that?
So delicious.
You have to pay $10 if you want to take your car through, or you can just walk for free.
So delicious.
Love it.
There it is. Let's congestion pricing. That's it. Congestion pricing for 13th Street.
Congestion pricing.
You heard it here first.
So delicious.
We're really solving a lot of problems tonight.
We are. This and hashtag Zootopia 2 in the bus challenge.
We're punching up movies. We're punching up social media challenges. We're punching up local government.
Okay, my local flop for this week is I just wanted to circle back to a storied Philadelphia flop diva. So the SS United States finally shipped off and left Philadelphia this year. That is, of course, the giant ship near the South Philadelphia IKEA that was on the Delaware since 1996. And for like 2 years, they were like, it's going to leave. And then it just didn't leave. It kept sitting there. It finally left in March and it went to Mobile, Alabama, where it's been getting prepared for its final phase of life as the world's largest artificial reef off the coast of Florida, which is reportedly going to happen in early 2026, that they're going to send the boat down. They're going to like sink it on purpose to make it a giant artificial reef. But as with everything with this boat, we'll believe it when we see it. And in the meantime, people are working on a documentary about the flop star titled Superliner, The Enduring Legacy of the SS United States, which is slated for an unspecified 2026 release with zero details about how you might watch the documentary itself. I just wanted to close the loop on that. It's in Alabama. Reportedly, they're going to sink it off the coast of Florida. They're making a documentary that has like no backing that we've heard of. And also there's supposedly going to be a museum, but none of these things have actually come to fruition yet. It's just sitting its ass in Alabama now, which I feel like is even more floppy than sitting your ass across from an IKEA in South Philadelphia. Would you agree?
I agree.
So that's it for, I think, local flops. And I think that's it for Flop Soup with guest host Sam Stokes.
Wait, I just want to say one thing.
Oh my God, please.
SS United States. That's going to be short for Sam Stokes, United States.
Hell yeah, it is.
Thank you for letting me say that.
And this is Sam Stokes, United States, and Cassandra flopping off. Bye.
But you put on quite a show.